Hey guys, what's up? So these are the three so-called possible ways in which the Earth can be flat, and I don't agree with this at all. I'm just trying to wrap my head about or around how people think that this is possible. Okay, so the first example, you have North America, South America, the Atlantic, and then Africa, Europe, Asia, and then Australia. So basically, if I wanted to go from California to Japan, I have to go, so let's just say CA to Japan. I would have to go across the entire freaking world just to get there. Okay, instead of just going left and then Japan being right there. Okay, that doesn't make sense. The other possibility is that it's Africa, Asia right here, and then there's just the Pacific, and then the Atlantic doesn't exist. So if I wanted to go from, let's say, England, or let's just put the UK. If I want to go to the UK to New York, you know, sorry, I'd have to go across the entire world again. Okay, how long does that take versus just going left? Okay, if it doesn't take 20 hours to get from the UK to New York, and trust me, I've been to England, okay, it didn't take 20 hours. It doesn't make sense. How can this distance be across the world? How can you cover that up? You're not going to look down. You expect to go over the Pacific Ocean, right? You're not going to look down and see land all of a sudden because you have to go this way instead of the actual round way. Okay, when I went to England, I looked down and it was water the whole time. We weren't magically flying over Asia. Okay. These flat earthers need to get out more and actually go on a plane, okay? Now this is the most probable possibility, even though it's still dumb. It's just the whole earth on a big circle. So you got the Atlantic, North and South America, and the Pacific, which is, 10 times larger than what it actually is. Then Australia, Asia, and Africa. Sorry about the crude drawing. This is the only plausible, probable, somewhat logical explanation, except it doesn't take into account, the other planets. And you have to do a lot of studying in regards to space exploration, and the moon landings, and the rover on Mars, and the studies of the sun in order to come to a conclusion that we're living on a flat plane. Because every single other planet out there happens to be a round spherical thing. Why would Earth be the only option that's just a dish plate? Oh, because we're looking out through a dome. What century do you live in? I mean, that's some pre-Galileo talk. And it's pretty sad that science has had to go backwards just because we have to fill in these conspiracy plots to make our lives mean something. A, if the earth was flat, it wouldn't change anything. B, it's not flat, so it doesn't change anything. C, it's only created as a distraction. And I don't know why Christians are believing it either. Well, the Bible talks about the four corners of the earth. Yeah, north, south, east, and west. Okay, but if you look at Isaiah 66, the Hebrew words new heaven and new earth, you just take the letters of the words, multiply them. That's the exact circumference of a spherical earth because God made the world round. He didn't make earth flat and then the moon and Mars and Jupiter and the sun all round. Like, how does a flat dish-like surface have a gravitational pull? This isn't like the movie Dark City where we're just kind of floating around. That makes more sense. Dark City makes more sense than this flat earth nonsense because you're literally just floating around in space. Okay, whereas Earth has a gravitational pull that has to do with a sphere rotating, not a flat piece of disc going sideways and some shit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. So, if you believe in these images of flat Earth, you have to explain flight patterns. How is it that it takes less time to go from Cali to Japan than from the UK to New York? It doesn't make sense. And like I said, I've flown to England from the East Coast. It was all water. I didn't magically see Africa and Asia and all that shit before I got to the UK. Okay, we're flying over the Atlantic Ocean because it's water. Now, with this third example, you're going to have to explain the South Pole. I'm sorry I had to make this video. I just did something on Instagram and got all these trolls, and I had like one guy with actual positive, nice response. Of course, because he wasn't American, so it wasn't a snobby POS. But anyway, this is the only possible logical explanation, even though it's wrong. Okay, where is the South Pole? Why does Australia have summer in America's wintertime, and America has summer in their wintertime? Because the Earth is on a tilt on a spherical body. You have to explain Australia's weather. You have to explain the lack of a South Pole. Oh, and you have to explain the rest of the entire solar system being spherical bodies. Okay, it just doesn't add up. And I know you might think it's cool, like when you're watching X-Files. Oh, anything's possible. It's all a conspiracy. Yeah. Obviously there's conspiracies, but conspiracies like this are wasting our time and putting science back into the dark ages. Okay? But anyway, that's my main argument. If you want to explain those things, I highly recommend you comment. I'll probably have a lot of flat earth trolls, and that's fine. As long as you comment respectfully, I'll respectfully comment back. But you need to explain flight patterns, bro. And if you don't agree with these two models, please explain the weather in Australia being different. If the weather in Australia is cold in the summertime and cold in June, why isn't Asia cold in June? If they're on the same technical flat plane, okay? Because Australia's on the bottom of a spherical Earth. Okay, so y'all take it easy. It is what it is. That's all I want to say. I'll probably have more later, but that's my main arguments against these. And I'll stop saying the same thing every 5 seconds. Later.